fingertips that you can go back over and over. It's the 8 books by Jerry Baker about roses and houseplants and lawns and trees and shrubs and gardens, and everything you can think of that's in your yard is going to be talked about in these books, as well as the Year-Round Garden Magic, which is a special booklet of information about some tips and tricks and tonics using all the common household items that Jerry's been talking about that can help you take care of your yard all year round. Those are all available all together for a $100 pledge on a credit card. So make that gift call right now, because this is the night to do it. This is an exciting night of wonderful gardening information on WVIZ. Kent and Jerry, you got some more questions and more tips down there?
We do. They're coming in, Maureen. And we want to remind you that we're not selling Jerry's booklets or Jerry's tapes tonight. We're giving it as our way of saying thank you for your pledge to public television. You know, spring is just around the corner. Gardening is a big hobby for all of us here in Northeastern Ohio, as it is around the country, but nowhere bigger than here in Northeastern Ohio. So get involved tonight. You're going to get a lot of education, just what public television's all about. We're going to have a great time also. Jerry, I've got a question here. Here's someone who wants to plant Pachysandra. They're worried about when they should put it in and what kind of ground they should put it into.
Well, you can put Pachysandra in anytime you want to. The best thing in the world to do is mix together equal parts of oatmeal and human hair. Now, all of my Italian friends and all of your Italian friends and all of your European neighbors who came from the old country have been using hair forever. Grandma Putt and old Sid Trueheart, we did. That's slow-release nitrogen protein. Oatmeal is a dry form of a can of beer and a can of cola. You work that into the soil. You go ahead and put your Pachysandra in. I would wait another 3 weeks, another 3 weeks, maybe a month, 3 weeks. I'd work that in, and then I put them down. Then I would overspray it with a can of beer, can of Coke, can of apple juice, cup of ammonia, cup of soap, cup of liquid dish soap, liquid dish soap, and a cup of liquid lawn food. And folks, that formula and all the other formulas are right here in this book. Also, one of the things talking about on the Garden Line newsletter, in every page I put now is the time, and it's for your own neighborhood. And you happen to be in area B, and B is down here by this little over here, by that over here, next over there. But it tells you exactly what you should be doing at the time, no matter where you live. For instance, if you were doing tomatoes and planting them, you always want to put 2 tums in the bottom of the hole.
How is that?
You don't get blossom end rot because of the calcium, because it lacks calcium. Again, that's in the newsletter, that's in the books, that's in this. You've got to call, make a pledge of $100. That will ensure that you get the quality of programming that you want. The programs that I did at my home at Rainbow's End, and that's what Shirley and I call our home in Eustis, Florida and everything, we worked hard from October the 29th to the 15th of September to the 15th of October to do these for you. That cost money to do, but it was our time and our love that we did that for you, and that came out of the result that you called and made pledges, not only for this, but all of the other entertainment you see here. So please make those calls, ask a question when you make the pledge, get the answers, don't be caught with your plants down.
That's right. And we're going to go see Maureen right now. She's got her friends from Holden Arboretum. How are the phones going, Maureen?
They're going pretty well, and we have lots of people who want this very special offer this evening. As I mentioned to you before, if you pledge $90, you can have all 8 of these books by Jerry Baker about all the kinds of things going on in your yard. Just about everything you're growing there is going to be addressed in these books. Or for a $60 pledge, you can have the year-round garden information. But what I really want to talk to you about is for a $100 pledge, which is like a $50 savings, you can have all of these things. You can have the audio cassette, the 1-hour audio cassette that gives you all kinds of great information, which is a fast and easy growing plan for your own yard using Jerry's tips and tricks and tonics, and that's a year-round plan. And then you have all 8 of these books. And these books last forever because you're going to refer to them and refer to them and refer to them. They're going to get dog-eared from all the use. Don't forget to put this on your credit card. That's how you get the special $100 offer of all of these items, is to put it on your credit card. And then, of course, when you do that, you will also get your Store of Knowledge $10 coupon. You'll get your Avenues magazine. You'll get Jerry's special edition of his On the Garden Line newsletter. You can't miss. Tonight's the night to do it. Jerry Baker's here in the studio. He's giving his tips. He's answering your questions. Be sure when you call in to give those questions so that Jerry can address your particular question that you have here tonight on WVIZ. Kent and Jerry, more questions? What's
Oh, we've got questions all over the place, Maureen. Here's one, and this is a big varmint here in northeast. Actually, not a varmint, a bug. Japanese beetles. We've had several questions. What do I do about Japanese beetles?
You go to the garden center this weekend and you get a hold of a soil insect control that contains merit. It'll probably be under the name of Grubex. That's a Scots product, but it's made by Bayer. It kills the grubs of the Japanese beetles. You put it down once a year, any time of the year, and it kills them. Best way to get rid of them on the plant themselves is 1 cup of antiseptic mouthwash, 1 cup of chamomile tea, 1 cup of chewing tobacco juice, 1 cup of Murphy's oil soap. Put fruit tree spray in there at 25% of the recommended rate because it contains methoxychlor. Methoxychlor kills Japanese beetles before they can even get their goggles down and fly to your roses.
It's amazing, Jerry. It's just amazing the common sense in some of this. You think back to places like Colonial Williamsburg.
That's where it started.
They didn't have all this stuff.
No, but they did.
I mean, they had this stuff. They didn't have all the fancy chemicals.
Tobacco leaf, fat soap, molasses, and human urine were the first sprays, and the first fertilizer was urine. We used it professionally in '36. I used it on crops in '42. It still is the best. Right
and
now,
they were gorgeous gardens back in those days.
They still will be, folks.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Here's a question from Kathy in Cleveland. How can she make her lilacs last longer?
One of the best ways is to take molasses, and you want the stuff with the sulfur in it. Take 2 tablespoons of molasses, take a tablespoon of soap, mix them together, and put them in 2 gallons of nice warm water, and then go ahead and put them underneath your lilacs. And let me tell you, will they last longer? All flowering shrubs will last longer when you use molasses or a sugar source.
And remember, when you call in and pledge, $60 for the Garden Magic, $90 for all the booklets. But what the heck? Pledge $110, and get the whole package. And you save $50 by doing that. And we throw in also the newsletter. We throw in the $10 gift certificate from WVIZ Store of Knowledge. All that stuff will come to you for your support of public television on this very special night where we celebrate gardening by having Jerry Baker live here in the studios. Jerry, Rose in Cleveland says, how do I get rid of ground ivy?
Ground ivy you can use 5 tablespoons of 20-multine borax in a gallon of water and then spray, but you want to remember that it also can hurt other things that are around. Otherwise, you would have to use a poison ivy killer, but then you contaminate the soil as well. So I would use the 20-multine borax, 5 tablespoons, gallon water, ring around the collar sprayer bottle.
Here's just a reminder, how much alum in that grub recipe that we gave you?
It's 1 teaspoon in a cup of warm water and dissolve it.
Now, we've talked about this a couple times, but what exactly does the hot sauce do? Why the hot sauce?
What does hot sauce do to you?
It makes me sweat.
Yeah, well, not only that, but it makes your mouth burn like hell. Yeah. Well, animals have it even worse. And when you put castor oil, then it holds longer in their mouth and on their fur and when they lick their fur. By the way, it keeps dogs and cats and everything else, including your own dog. They will only take 1 bite, folks, and we've got 9 dogs. My dogs know where not to go.
Okay, we need to go back to Maureen. They say that things are going crazy back there, Maureen. Is that true?
Well, hey, it's good crazy, Ken. Well, viewer after viewer after viewer is taking advantage of this $100 offer, this very special offer that Jerry's brought us this evening, where you will get all 8 of his gardening books, along with the year-round Garden Magic audio cassette and booklet to teach you how to take care of your yard all year long. Normally, that's a $150 pledge, but not now, not right now. Right now, you can have all of this information for a $100 pledge on a credit card. Now's the time to make that call. Jerry has this very special offer this evening while he's here in the studio with us. It can only happen when you make your phone call right now. The lines are all very busy. If you get a busy signal by chance, please call back. We will have another phone available in just a moment if that's the case. But don't miss out on this. This is not the kind of opportunity that happens all the time. Jerry doesn't come to our studio all the time. So make your pledge right now, $100 on a credit card, and you'll have all that terrific information. Jerry and Kent, what's happening down there? Are you getting more questions?
Well, we don't have any questions right now. They're coming over. Phones are very, very busy. So if you call in and get a busy signal, make sure we go back to the program. Give us a call while the program's on. You'll get through right away.
Listen, you're going to watch Lawns and Gardens. I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy Lawns and Gardens because the answer to everything is right in here. Especially, I'm going to walk you through in this. So sit back, relax, and watch Lawns and Gardens. It's my lawn, my gardens.
We're going to go see it right now. Remember, when we come back for the next intermission, get your call in right away with your questions so we can ask Jerry all sorts of questions about things going on in our gardens in northeastern Ohio. Let's go see Lawns and Gardens. We'll be back in about 25 minutes. We hope we'll hear from you.
Become the public in public television and make the difference at WVIZ. Please send your gift of $60, $90, or $120 to membership. WVIZ, 4300 Brook Park Road, Cleveland, Ohio, 44134. Thank you.
You're watching Channel 25, WVIZ, Cleveland.
This program is made possible by annual financial support from viewers like you.